Alright, everybody, peace. Welcome to the Sorry to Bother You basketball show, wherever or however you're listening. We're so grateful to have you here with us. As you guys know, I'm your host, Cashapp Cottle, and we've got a very interesting show for you today, guys. We are going to be analyzing whether the Cleveland Cavaliers are legitimate contenders. We already know the hot start that they've gotten off to this season, and we are going to be debating whether or not it's legitimate or if it's a farce. So we're going to be discussing all of that and then some, guys. But before we get started, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content that we post daily. And if you'd like to gain exclusive content from the Sorry to Bother You show, you can do so by following us on patreon.com. In order to do that, you go to patreon.com, click on the search bar, type in Sorry to Bother You show. That way you can gain exclusive content from us that we post daily. So with that being said, guys, let's go and get right into it, shall we? Like I said, the Cleveland Cavaliers are off to an amazing start this season. They are 12-0, first in the Eastern Conference, and the offense looks phenomenal under Kenny Atkinson. Donovan Mitchell looks like a potential MVP candidate. Darius Garland is back to his former self. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are both imposing forces in the paint, particularly on the defensive end. And they look like a team that is vying for being that number one seed in the Eastern Conference. And a lot of people have questions because they look at the roster and they say, well, this is pretty much the same roster that they had last year. And we saw they finished last year. They went 7 games with Orlando in the first round and then lost in 5 games to Boston in the second round. The biggest difference, though, guys, is, as I alluded to earlier, Kenny Atkinson, the head coach. Under J.B. Bickerstaff last year, the offense in Cleveland was very much akin to what OKC ran with a young Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, where it was your turn, my turn. Some people like to call it hero ball. I wouldn't phrase it as hero ball, but more so, I guess selection. I would call it. Do you want to take this possession, or do you want to take this possession? Talking about Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, as opposed to more fluidity and continuity within the offense, which means there's more touches, more rotations, more swings on the ball, going wing to wing, forcing the defense to constantly rotate. And as you guys know, the more you get a defense to rotate, the more likely that they are going to have lapses, especially in the help side. And Cleveland is much more dynamic when you get the ball moving and when you get Donovan Mitchell moving off the ball, as well as Darius Garland moving off the ball at the same time. And that wasn't the case last year. And the J.B. Bickerstaff is very much, okay, if Donovan Mitchell is going to work, then Darius Garland is going to sit and wait in either the opposite wing or the corner. But now that you have both players moving off the ball, because both players can shoot off the catch, it makes them that much more of a threat and adds another dimension to the offense. And defensively, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league as well. And that is leading to easier scoring opportunities for the team as a whole. I believe they're number 3 right now in transition points. If I'm wrong about that, one of you guys can correct me. But that's playing a huge factor for them as well, because, like I said, it leads to easier scoring opportunities. And it doesn't put as much pressure on them in the half court on the offensive side of the ball. And obviously, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, 2 of the best defensive post players in the NBA, on the same team. It makes it very difficult for opposing teams to get into the paint and to get into their floater and to attack the basket, which is why Cleveland is also one of the best defensive teams. And having post presence like that on the defensive end takes a lot of pressure off of your perimeter defenders, like your guards and your forwards as well, because they know if they get beat, then they know that the help side is going to be there. Like I said, with Mobley and Jared Allen, and they've gotten tremendous play off the bench as well. Obviously led by Karis LeVert and Ty Jerome and George Niang. they're they have the depth now, and now people are going to question whether they have the star power. Um, I want to see more. I want to see Donovan Mitchell can truly be the best player on a championship level team. Um, because people look at Donovan Mitchell's numbers and they say, well, these aren't particularly MVP numbers, but you can't look at numbers as the end all be all. You have to look at impact on team, and this is an instance where Donovan Mitchell's impact is MVP caliber on this team. Donovan Mitchell doesn't have to average 30 points a game with this team because of the way they move the ball and how many touches everyone gets. It's more dynamic that way. It actually makes the team better that way. And I do think that Cleveland is legitimate. Are they the best team in the Eastern Conference? I'm not willing to say that right now. Are they a championship contender? I want to see more from them, but I do believe the start that they're having is legitimate. I don't think it's a farce. I don't think it's a fluke. I think they are legitimately one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. You could argue the second best team in the Eastern Conference based on what I've seen so far. I think they're better than New York right now in this present moment. And I think what they're doing right now is legitimate, and it's in no small part due to Kenny Atkinson and the adjustments that he's made within that offense. Because now everyone gets more touches, now everyone's more confident, and the energy is just having the ball in your hands. It translates to the defensive end, because if you're going to touch the ball on offense, you're more inept, you're more inclined to play max level effort on the defensive end, because you know that you are going to get the ball back. Oftentimes guys aren't as willing to play defense or get max effort on the defensive end because they know they're not going to get the ball on the other side of the court. So they think to themselves, okay, what's the point of me playing defense if I'm not even going to get to touch the ball? But within this offense now that Kenny Atkinson is running, everyone's getting touches, which inspires people to play defense, and that's that extra energy, effort on defensive end, like I said, is forcing them to cause more turnovers, which is leading to easier scoring opportunities in the fast break. So the shift that Kenny Atkinson has created within this Cleveland Cavaliers organization is tremendous, and I do think it's legitimate. I think this is real. I think this 12-0 start is real. I think this is Cleveland. I think this is what they are. This is what they're going to be. And we'll see if they can continue to build upon this hot start as the season progresses. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a legitimate start for Cleveland, or is it a little smoke and mirrors for you guys? Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. But with that being said, guys, that is it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content that we post daily. And if you'd like to gain exclusive content from the Sorry to Bother You Show, you can do so by following us on patreon.com. In order to do that, go to patreon.com, click on the search bar, type in Sorry to Bother You Show. That way you can get exclusive content from us that we post daily. And if you'd like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below. It's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryouShow/tip. Once again, it's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryouShow/tip. None of this is possible without you guys, the fans. So we're so grateful and honored for all the love and support that you guys continue to show us day in and day out. With that being said, guys, we'll be back again tomorrow at 1 p.m. with our college football show. Until then, guys, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, and peace.